So you probably know Hermitcraft. It is a big server on which a bunch of YouTubers build cool stuff. Today I am going to show you how you can make a Hermitcraft worthy starter base. First of all, I advise you to have a creative world in which you think out the starter base before you start building, because this can save you multiple hours of figuring out what shape you want the build to have and what blocks it will be made out of. In this creative world you can make an area where you place a whole bunch of blocks that you could use to build the starter base. Normally you would go with builds that are the easiest to get, but if you want a Hermitcraft worthy starter base, you should also look into blocks that are hard to get but look really good. Next, figure out a build palette with a couple of these blocks. Take a look at how they look together. If you later decide you want to change up the build palette a little, that's fine. Remember, you're still in a creative world, so it is good you try to find it out now, because in the survival world it's going to be a whole lot harder to find a block palette, because then you will have to get more materials. Once you're building the building, look into details that will look good. Right now you're mainly figuring out techniques and general looks for the build. Later in survival you could copy the creative mode build block by block. I like it more to build stuff that follows the same general style and just has a bit of difference in shape. But of course if you want to copy the build block by block, that's fine. And the shape is important. Really go for some additions to that cube. Personally I like to add towers, but you could also do a whole lot of other stuff to change the build up and have it really look more variated. But also the build can be quite large. Most starter bases are really small, but if you want to have your starter base be Hermitcraft worthy, it can be quite big. Just look at the bases that the hermits have built. Those are really large in comparison to the general starter base. In the building I would advise you to add a lot of detail, because that is what mainly sets Hermitcraft starter bases apart from normal starter bases. If you look at the starter bases of the hermits, a lot of detail can be found, and this makes the build look way better than it would be if it wouldn't have had all of this detail. And the last tip that I will give you is to really terraform the area around your base. Things that you can do really easily are adding paths, bushes in the form of leaves, and fences or walls with torches. If you want to make more Hermitcraft-like, you can of course make custom terrain like entirely new mountains, but you don't have to. Because remember, Minecraft is a game that is made to have fun. While building pretty stuff is cool, there aren't strict rules for what you have to build. Thank you for watching.